people to think about designs, using AI in designs, and actually the way we are able to find solutions or to think of design problems as well. And thank you so much for sharing all of those with that. So I'll now move to Poorna, Poorna representing AIF, and then who have really a wide spread of engagement on, and really reaching out to the grassroots. So working closely with the communities, how is AI changing grassroots skilling initiatives? And how do we ensure that the underserved populations are not left behind?
So thank you so much for that question, Geeta. And before I answer your question, like Ma'am was mentioning about the work that people are doing around persons with disabilities, I just want to answer that first, because American India Foundation Trust has been an advocate in this. We are running a program called Ability-Based Livelihood Empowerment Program, wherein we are collaborating with the Department of PWDs and the Ministry of Social Justice. And in collaboration, we are running this program. We are also certifying the organizations on the DI Word certificate, wherein we are running a questionnaire with them, and then there are phases on which we are certifying them how their infrastructure, their office premises are accessible for PWDs. And we have certified these organizations during the Purple Fest in Goa last year. So just to answer that much. So, and coming back to the question that you asked, Geeta, like working closely with the grassroots, and I have seen, how AI is changing the world for us, but for the people who are there, like the marginalized communities whom we are serving, I mean, they are at the bottom of the pyramid, right? And sometimes access becomes a problem for them, right? And the kind, like we are talking about AI and technology, something as basic as internet or electricity is a problem there, right? So how we are tackling that, how we are present, and how we are engaging with them, it's the question is not about how AI is impacting these communities, but how the opportunities that AI is creating for them, are they participating in those opportunities, right? So of course there are a lot of possibilities around AI with regards to employability and entrepreneurship. Like youth sitting in a rural village, can do content creation, can interact with the customers, do some digital work, and also somebody who is running their small enterprise can showcase their small business via various AI tools. I mean, the auxiliary work can be done by the AI tool, and the entrepreneur can focus on building the product that they are building, right? So so that's how the AI is creating opportunities, but the reality is there are challenges. Like I was mentioning, there are gaps, there is digital divide, right? And how we are responding to that is by engaging with the youth, engaging with the underserved communities on various employability roles that are market driven. Like we are training youth on customer support, BFSI, and e-commerce, retail, neurodivergent in terms of PWDs. So we are trying to skill the youth on that, and creating job roles for them, the opportunities for them. And along with that, we are also, like, we are into public health, so we are also working around the AI resilient kind of occupations, where human centricity is the center point, right? Like the caregivers, the frontline workers, ashas, and all of that. So we are working with them as well. And underpinning these two traits, we are also creating the foundation for our students under our Digital Equalizer program, wherein we are training these young students to do, tinkering, do experiential learning using the STEM laboratories in various government schools. And we are working in Karnataka heavily in this. And lastly, I would like to just conclude by saying that the goal of the NGOs is is not to, make everyone learn AI. It is how we are inculcating this entire community to use the maximum out of it, right? So that it reaches the ones who need it the most, right? So yeah, with that, I just wanted to conclude. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Purna. Yeah, something about the inclusion principle is, I think if our society is designed with the inclusion principle, it's not just going to, support the people who need support or people with disabilities, but everybody will benefit. As simple as having like a ramp would not just support a wheelchair, but even many others who can walk. So I think keeping the core of inclusion principle in our designs, be it in our programs or be it even about creating access, does make a lot of difference in the way we are using, the way actually the things can get better for everybody. So thanks for bringing that. So thank you. I will now move to Lakshmi. So thank you. Thanks for being here. So you come actually with the industry experience of working on the AI and ML. I think something that all of us ponder in the skilling ecosystem at least is like, what really do we teach when it comes to AI? So yeah, for you, I really want to know from the industry lens, what are the most critical skills that organizations are expecting from youth entering to the work sector?
Sure. Even before answering, right, as Pratima ma'am told, like disability within JP Morgan in Karnataka government language, if I have to tell quota, okay, there is a specific quota. Please do reach out to me. So we do have a lot of respect when we say that inability based on medical, whatever you have. Okay, separate reservation within JP Morgan. Okay, so we encourage all of them. And we do have internal AI models, as mentioned, text to speech, speech to text also. Quickly, if I ask 2 2s are? 4. No one answered. Is it not disability? No, at least 2 2s are. What's wrong? 4. We didn't hear that. Okay, 2 2s are 4. I tell you what you mean by AI now. So if you ask to my model, right, it says 1.8. Right? 2 2s is 4, but my model is saying 1.8. It's learning. That's the reason we call machine learning, deep learning. Okay, it's a fact. If you ask me, so remember that what Madam asked started, everything starts with the data. Okay, so if you ask me as a AI lead, right, we live and we breathe with data. What sort of data you give, the same output you can expect. So skill set point of view, right? So whoever is awarded as degree, it may be AI. They are not ready products yet. Okay, so now 4 minus 1.8, difference is 2.2. That difference, we call it as an error, which we need to reduce. So that's the difference or gap between academia to industry. So the people here, it is within an industry where we are expecting the problem solvers. Okay, and more than that, over here it is creative mindset. Adaptability, I think for being Indians, right, so that's the powerful skill set, okay, by birth where we can incorporate. Okay, so we are flexible in collaborating. So I can say now where we have, as Sir told, like it is 2001 he had a vision, but artificial intelligence started in 1950s. Later than that, like it is, okay, so I used to sleep in history class, sir. So I may not remember the year correctly, but it's all about if we can think, will machine think? Definitely yes. So that I can see that, and if you ask me what sort of products, the expectation within a company, unbelievable. When you start using, it's not just all of us, if you are a consumer, definitely. All of you are unknowingly, you are using AI. You can cross-check when you start watching YouTube videos, right? Within 40 seconds, like it is, I'm now speaking industry perspective, within 40 seconds, it can understand what is your interest, what is your local language. It start recommending. Okay, so now like it is scalable perspective, right? So what is our target? That 40 seconds, if they are targeting, right, it should be lesser than that. And when it comes to scalability point of view, if specific model, if 100 people access, like how the response is. Have you ever seen, it's not a comparison, when it comes to government website with any other private websites, have you ever seen crash? No, never. So that's all about scalability over here it is. Even if 1 lakh or 1 crore people target hit this website, right, server down will never happen. Okay, thinking that perspective, so end-to-end solution, it is not just developing. So that's the reason knowing AI is fine. Okay, all the leaders over here it is, you should ask to yourself how many AI experts we have. Instead of asking that question, definitely you need to ask a question, is everyone AI literate? Okay, having an information awareness, so that's most important, so that most of you, I know that you are from an university, so you can deliver and convey the same information. And skill set point of view, like Geeta, if you ask me over here it is, the main problem solving. How do you it is, I don't think other than Bengaluru traffic rate, we can solve everything. Okay, so don't ask me anything related to traffic over here it is, but even we can predict the timing over here it is, the peak timing and all, we can suggest you the better, but we cannot avoid it, handle it. So in that context, start looking at data. If you ask me technically, right, it's all about data. Do you have image data? Do you have text data? Audio data? That's how we look at it. So based on the models also now till the agentic over here it is, you'll be surprised like the minute you wake up, even when within my mobile I have 4 to 5 agents to summarize emails or else to remind me with respect to calendars. All of you also can create. Okay, so to increase the productive level, right, so incorporate all the skill sets. Trust me, AI is the evolution, not the revolution. So whatever the AI transformation we are talking about, it is not about the tools, it is about the people. We need to transform over here it is. Start incorporating AI. So I don't find any, it is 0.1% also something it's going to harm us. Okay, but the research academic direction towards that also I talk about it, since LLM models, large language models, right? Do you know it is, I have told you all positive things, simultaneously skill set, negative things also. To train one single large language model, where it is going to release a carbon dioxide which is equivalent to 123 cars, whatever it releases per year. Only one single model I'm talking about it. 123 cars per year carbon dioxide, whatever it releases. If it is going to release by single model, then imagine how many models we have. So it's not a green AI. So that should be the direction over here it is. It is not just developing something. And you can cross-check. Do we have models within our mobile? No. Answer is no. We don't have models which is deployed in our mobile. We are using as like a server client, as like any, without internet, can you access ChatGPT? No, it's not deployed yet. That should be our focus. Okay, so over here it is, if the currency has to reverse, that should happen. Okay, if you have that vision, call the university, and it's always a collaboration, okay. So the skill set point of view, Geeta, I believe that so university folks and industry experts in university with the support of government programs has to happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Lakshmi, for pretty much giving us an insight on what you work actually in the process. And I think what is constantly resonating or getting repeated is not an advanced skill. I think it's the ability to actually, one is curiosity or one is that problem solving, and to just be able to learn new things. So that is what seems to be what we will have to work with our youth than just bringing any introduction to other advanced technologies. And I keep thinking that, then how do we actually take this to locations? Because India, people in the far off places have the best of optimization of resources that they carry, and then they are the best problem solvers because they actually also exist despite limited resources and continue to bring in a lot of differences. So it's not about, not that they may not have the ability to solve the problems, but how do we direct to them to shift their problem solving capability, thinking from one context, that the context that they carry, to a context that the industry demands, right? I think that's the only bridging that is required. How do we actually create a lot of opportunities, avenues for that kind of an experience and exposure. And I think with that, I will be actually moving to Dr. Satyanarayan Reddy sir to ask you that how are universities evolving their curriculum to bridge the gap between the academic knowledge and AI industry requirements, and how quickly has higher education spaces been able to speak with the industry for these curricular revisions or to even understand that?
Well, all the August members who are present on the dais, gathering of intelligent people. Let me begin with childhood. I do not want to talk of your problem in the beginning. Let me take up at the end. See how, as Indian parents, we kill the creativity of the child. Industry asked that children should be creative. Those who are coming to industry, they should be creative. The baby, the moment it is born, it starts showing its creativity. Give it a pencil, 1.5-year-old child. It scribbles everything that comes on the mind, and what parents tell, hey, you have spoiled the whole wall. The child was exhibiting its creativity to the hill, and it is asking you, can you teach me new things? I want to be more creative. The teachers are teaching A for, oh wonderful, I got the answer. But always it is A for apple. Nobody thinks if that teacher asks the question, how many words are there starting with alphabet A? Now different answers will come. So is that teacher responsible for killing the creativity of the child? Yes. Now industry wants that everybody should work in team. Wonderful. But are we working in team? No, we are not prepared. Earlier, a house used to have 5 children, 6 children, 7 children. They were already a team. And you see the soft skills. The eldest child will tell to the younger child, okay, you should not raise your voice in front of dad or mom. You cannot talk like this. Soft skills are already incorporated. We have killed that culture. And we are doing everything, like in my teachings I incorporate a lot of Ramayana and Mahabharata. But coming to that, now what I want from students these days, they should be very good in common sense thinking. Now people ask me, what is common sense thinking? I'll tell you a simple story from Ramayana. You know Hanuman? When Sita was about to be searched, I mean to say, Sugriva called crores of Vanaras and Bhallukas, means the apes and the bears, right? And they said, you go in all 10 directions. You might be wondering, only 8 directions are there, sir. Why 10? You have left Akasha and Prithvi. And then all, north, south, east, west, and northeast, north, southeast, then all that, 8 directions he has asked them to go. And he said, go into every corner and search for Sita. It's only Hanuman who goes to, what I meant to say, Rama, and he says, it's all right, sir, we will find Sita, no problem, but how she will recognize us that I am from your side? You give something to me. You got the idea, so that Sita Devi understands that we are from you. Common sense thinking. But out of crores, only one person had it. Right? Only one person. Common sense thinking is not common. We want creative thinking. We want design thinking. We want out-of-box thinking. We want system thinking. So many thinkings are there. Artificial intelligence, like Suresh sir in the morning he said, you have to do thinking what you can do with artificial intelligence. Let me tell you, research says that in entire lifetime of human being, only maximum he or she will be using 3% of intelligence. 3%. That means you can see the capability of human brain, how much it can learn, how much it can adapt. So I keep telling my students, what is this skill? It is specialized knowledge applied with intelligence in lateral learning. Vertical learning, learning in one field, but I want that everybody should learn multiple fields. I want that every student, irrespective of discipline, let them be taught about agriculture. You say internship, arrange for internship in agriculture in first semester. Second semester, healthcare. Let them understand the problem of the people, health problem of the people. Third semester, allow them to learn about finances and business. That's the most important and most neglected part in the life of a student. He has money after joining a job, but he doesn't know how to manage the funds. Right? Fourth semester, teach him IT, the IT skills. Everybody, be it art student, commerce student, engineering, science, everybody, IT means especially AI. Fifth semester, cyber security. Now, don't you think that this is very important? I do not want cyber security. I want cyber trust. Build the trusted systems that are cyber secure. And sixth semester, let them learn about what is called as defense technologies. Various defense technologies. You have, you have connected the student with ground agriculture, and you are going to the top. And in fourth, what I meant to see here, let the student do the project using all these knowledges up to sixth semester. And you see the kind of product they will get in the industry, right? They will be all ready-made because 6 broad fields they have been trained into. We are training them like, goats, like sheep. Go like this, go like that. Go like this, your line is arts, your line is commerce, your line is science. No. You have to walk multiple ways. That we do. If this path is not available in traffic, we take another path. I should be able to survive. And incorporation of AI, how it can be done in education. AI is nothing new. It has existed in what I meant to say, the days of Ramayana, Mahabharata. I don't want to go into stories, but then you have to understand what intelligence was there, and we have to achieve the same thing. We are nowhere near. If you people want, I'll give one simple example. Do you want?
Yes.
Okay, one yes. Have you, I'm not very sure whether you are knowing this particular story from Ramayana, where Jayanta was there. Just 2 minutes. I will not take more than that. Jayanta was there, son of Indradev. He wanted to test the mettle of Rama. And he takes the form of a crow and misbehaves with Sita Devi. So when Rama comes to know that he has misbehaved with Sita Devi, what he does is he simply picks a twig of the grass and leaves it after that Jayanta. go and act as Brahmastra. What he has done is, he has used nanotechnology, changing the property of, right, grass into Brahmastra by modifying at nano level. One thing. And you see, this grass is running after this crow everywhere. That crow wanted to avoid this, he goes everywhere. No solution. And he is directed. And you see, this grass was logged, target logged. You got the idea? It decided about its, what I mean to say, how to follow the path. And it has to keep continuous watch, computer vision, AI, I meant to say this thing over there, and the path, I meant to say navigation. You see, all was there. At the end, that, crow comes to Rama only. And Rama says, you have done, what you have done is wrong. I will punish you. So he makes that grass to, what I meant to say, hit or pierce the right eye of the crow. Now what happens? It's, entire body of crow is there. The grass has to precisely identify the eye part of it. And then prick it. You can see the intelligence that is involved over there. These kind of intelligence, if they are, and you see this grass used to wait everywhere where this crow was going. So it had the capability. Now I mean to say, astras which are being made, it does not have capability to stop. But that time, that astra was having capability to stop. Can we build such systems? Can we build such systems? So this is what we want to have, in Indian skilling thing, where I want government should come, industry should come, where startup should come, and the educational organization should come. They should talk to each other to understand their problems. I must say that, government should declare which village or which city is having this kind of problem. Let them, display it on their website. If I am interested to do project in that particular problem area, I'll go and work there. I get hands-on experience. In the village, water problem is there. How, as a student, will you solve? Some student is interested in providing that solution. Let them go there, work there. They will find the solution. They will make that village enabled, and village gets the water. Can't we do this? All these things can be done. Only teaching we have to do in channelized way. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity.
Thank you very much, sir. So, one of the things that I think still again came in was institutions, educational institutions continue to have the relevance. I know there are handful or some exemptions, but institutions are the spaces. Higher education or the degree education is a space where students actually get access to these resources, and the designing of this space is something that completely lies with the institutions or the university level, so that the bridging of what they probably miss out in their houses or in their upbringing and what is required at the industry or for the social growth is something that needs to be, that is how we have to start working on. And for that, there is a lot of resources that needs to come in. And that's when all of us stakeholders actually play a key role. So with that, I take my next question to Dr. Nagaraj sir. So at the institutional level, what practical steps can colleges take to integrate skill-based AI-oriented learning in everyday education, if that is something? But already I know there is a bit of debunking that we have done. There is less of AI integration, but rather about soft skills. But I would still want you to ponder over that. And what resources are already existing and what support systems are you looking for?
Good afternoon once again, the resource persons on the dais and off the dais. Before coming on to your questions, let me share my experiences at Prerana Educational and Social Trust. What is that we have done from schooling to the engineering college, so that through which probably you will have answer to the question which you have raised. What we have done at the school, let me start from school. We have CBSE affiliated school. Of course, IBM is also building the syllabus, lesson plans and all that. But implementation is to be done by the teachers. What we have done is, for the last 3 years, CBSE norms say that you will have to recruit eligible teachers with B.Ed degree, D.Ed degree, all that. PG degree, PGTs, TGTs, all those things. But we have gone one step ahead. We have recruited engineers to teach new age programs. We start teaching junior IAS, junior UPSC, junior NEET, all that. We'll start from 6th onwards. 6th, 7th, 8th. There are ERPs available. We start using ERPs to test the skills of the students over and above the syllabus. See, probably this will make students to understand. In fact, we have received awards also for that, and students also have done later in their JEE, NEET and KCET examinations. That is what is basically the evidence. Of course, POC level, we are not that popular with reference to KCET and NEET. We have taken it very seriously from this year onwards. At engineering, this year, 2026-27 academic year, we are becoming autonomous. Of course, there are many universities also here. Sir is also from university. Very recently, we had a program at Toyota Kirloskar Auto Parts in Bidadi. We are setting syllabus. We invited 50 experts from academics and 50 experts from industry. We deliberated on mechanical engineering syllabus for 2 days. We got output from the mechanical companies and also best academic teachers in mechanical engineering. We are almost on the verge of closing mechanical engineering syllabus. Like that, even for CS, IAS, IT, IAML, CSD and data science, all that, including MBA, MCA, we are approaching different industries wherein we can collaborate to design the syllabus before we move on to academics. In fact, this exercise we started for about 2 years back in 2014, 15, 16. We did it, and 25, 26. We finalized, and this year we are implementing. For all the programs. See, I would like to put it across 3 different area points here. For Geeta's questions. So we will have to set a curriculum. Curriculum reset, it is called as. We have as a policy, we have gone in for 3 different policies. Curriculum reset. It is of course revision. All those things are there. For every 2 years, every 4 years, every 5 years, that we'll have to keep on revising the syllabus. But setting, resetting. It is not that we'll have to follow what is already being followed by many universities. So that is the one, curriculum reset. In case if that is set, so probably we are going to be industry ready. And next is faculty reset. So who has to train for this syllabus? Syllabus has been designed in joint, in association with the industries. We have to train the faculty. That's why the companies which have got associated with us, we are only 18 years old institute. We are not new. Of course, I invite all of you, in case if you come via Shivamogga, please visit our institute. You can see the infrastructure that has been created for new age courses especially. Faculty, instead of giving vacation, vacation we will not give. We are not for vacation. Every semester a faculty will have to go to industry and learn, relearn, unlearn, relearn, all that you will have to do it. Otherwise, I'll tell you probably based on my experience. Of course, there are a lot of stalwarts sitting in front of me, and I am too young. The thing is, by 2035, 2040, the institutions will have to have their own organizations. The companies also probably will offer their own courses. By 2035, 2040, people say that this country needs about 2,000 universities, and the industries probably will start their own courses with the required skill sets. So that day will come. That's why we have introduced faculty reset, training faculty, especially during vacation in between the semesters. Third one is that people will have to understand that it is all about the skills reset. We talk about skills everywhere, right from schooling till even PG, MBA, MCA, MTech, everywhere. All the courses, IITs, NITs, private universities, everything, everybody, every class, we are talking about the skills. So what we have done is at our institute, because having understood this, every semester, whether it is a student in the school or PU college or degree college or engineering college or PG programs or whatever, every student will have to undergo a mandatory skilling program of 30 hours or 40 hours depending upon the skill sets of the students. Whether it is on AI, of course, AI is a part of the syllabus. It is not of only computer science, it is even part of schooling. And we also have started a AI task force. AI task force in association with the IIIT Dharwad, Indian Institute of Information Technology, Dharwad, Dr. Mahadeva Prasanna, who is the director, who is leading our AI task force. See, there are about 20 professors with CS background, IS background, IT background, and data science background, data analytics background, machine learning, cloud computing, all this. These people are sitting together every week for about 3 hours. Compulsorily, they'll have to sit. They'll have to come out with what is the thing that is going on in the industry. And how is that, we will have to do. What is the roadmap for this AI task force? We have now designed a course to train teachers, especially the teachers in the primary school, in PU college, they'll have to come in. It's a 50-hour program, which runs for about 4 days, 50 hours that they'll have to undergo, rigorous training, and our professors will do. See, like this, it is basically that we'll have to inbuild, curriculum reset, faculty reset, skills reset. When we set these right at the basic level, so probably we will be answering the questions relating to redesigning the impact of AI-driven skilling in the state of Karnataka. Of course, many other institutions also might be doing, but we are learning from the leaders. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Yes, I think very industry and academia working very closely. Both faculties and students makes a lot of difference. I would now like to reduce the amount of time that I'm going to give to the last two panelists. I'm really sorry about that, but I'm sure coming from industries, you'll be able to give it in a quicker shot, because that's how you actually must have been producing a lot of the things also. So yeah, one of the question I had is startups move faster than traditional systems. So what seems to be the characteristics of the skill in the youth that would enable them to sustain the rapidly evolving AI era?
All right. So how much time I have?
You have 3 minutes.
Okay.
Less than 3 minutes.
So I was noting few points for you people, right? Since I'm sitting next to all the educationalist people and the leading universities and college. So I've written 4 lines for the Guru, which I dedicated for my mentor who made me to be at this level. Yeah. So Guru ke bina gyan nahi, Guru ke bina मान नहीं, Guru ke bina सम्मान नहीं, गुरु के बिना भगवान भी नहीं.
AI के बिना कुछ भी नहीं.
Yes, and that's right now. You told my words actually. Now the current world, AI के बिना कुछ भी नहीं. Correct? So it's a fact. So as an industry, like what exactly we are expecting from the universities? Last 5-6 years ago, I told my team that I'm okay with if the guy have 2-3 backlogs. I don't want to see any percentage. I want to see if the candidate is having 4-5 internship experience or 2-3 minimum internship experience or some live project he work with in industries, and how many extra certification he did irrespective any skills. Sir was telling somebody was mentioning that which app he downloaded last time. Manu sir was telling, yeah, it's kind of how many certification he added to his resume. This is main factor that as an industry we look forward to hire this particular candidate. So he'll be our first selections. Point 2. Today world, you believe me, I mean, and in India, so we hire from most of the IIT, IIM and Tier 2 colleges, and now we have more than 100 plus position open in my company. We are not going to hire from any IIT. I'm sorry if anybody from IIT here, right? I prefer to go to Tier 2 colleges and give them opportunity, and they have hunger to learn and contribute to the current world. Yeah. So we are part of AISECT as well as, yes. So having said that, industries are open to take any kind of students. If the students have hunger to contribute in the corporates, technology will come and go. But it's today without technology, we are not doing anything in the world. I mean, especially young youth I'm talking about. So myself, we work with a lot of customers and build many bigger supply chain, solve bigger problems. One of the, I think in Bangalore, Porter is very famous. That is built by us certain parts in 2016, 17, 18. And they become unicorn. There is another company called Coin Switch that also contributed by us. So we work with PepsiCo, warehouse largest supply chain, that also build. We work with Colgate, Gap. So what is my learning in this regards? Customer will demand anything from the school or colleges, but even though every colleges have, whenever we go to campus hiring, we see all the big logos are there in that wall. Google, Microsoft, IBM, right? Every companies are there, but still, those students, they never crack actually the interview. The crack ratio is very less. I mean, out of 100, I would say 8-10 students they crack the interview. But why those gaps still? Your tie-up is such a bigger corporate. Why your students are not able to crack their interview? Forget about others, right? But it's happening everywhere. But still, I don't know why it is happening. But always, whenever I go to the schools, I tell my stories, and I think just now mentioned me being in school dropout, I build $1 million company. Just imagine you guys can do wonder. Why not thinking out of the box? Correct? So thinking is most important, and today world that's we call the prompt engineering. Correct? If you have the good question in your mind, then you can be the good students. If you are doing good prompt, then you have great answers. So that's most important. And my last word will be for students or anybody from industries or faculty, have one mentor in the life, and I'm sure you will do wonder. Because of my mentor, he changed my entire career. Doesn't matter, so there is called due diligence. Due diligence is most important, who can be my guru or not. Correct? So I was in IIT Delhi, Sam Altman was there. And Vinod Khosla was there, as one of the Indian billionaires. So one student asked the question to Sam Altman, the ChatGPT CEO. So what GAN you wanted to give us, the being in AI engineer, we all are AI engineers. He said, don't listen to the old school guy. That means he's telling directly, go with the people who have the current industry knowledge. Correct? So having mentor is most important for everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank Thank you, Mohan, for really keeping it crisp and quickly giving those pointers. And I think supporting students in finding those mentors is one of the tasks that we really have to do. I think that is something that I would really take away from this conversation. And that's a task that all of us skilling organizations should also carry forward. So last but not the least, but I really want you to, Mr. Ramesh, to talk about with AI transforming jobs rapidly, what new risks do you foresee in employability and how can organizations and individuals prepare for them? And you will also have 3 minutes time.
3
and
minutes.
My timer will be loud this time.
That's a tough thing. It's a great question. And answering in 3 minutes is really a tough thing. I will try my best. Okay. So when I see risk, the meaning of risk is possibility of loss. But whenever there is a possibility of loss, there is an opportunity to gain also. So the famous saying, no risk, no gain. So AI is creating risks in some places, and it is also giving a possibility for lot of gains, huge gains in the market. When it comes to the skills, maybe I'll call it as a low level skills, mid and high level. Maybe I'm just trying to put the skills into 3 boxes. Low level doesn't mean really low level, maybe a carpenter job, plumber job. Okay, so these are low level skills. Mid level could be the document writer or someone who works on Excel model, and high level are AI strategist, subject matter expert. So these kind of roles. When you see, when AI coming to picture, AI cannot replace the farming jobs or carpenter jobs. So the low level skills will remain same. The mid level document writing or Excel model, definitely it can replace. And the high level skills where the thought behind the AI is going to be there, the brain behind the AI, that is going to be even more valid now. So people who can go to the level of becoming an AI strategist or a subject matter expert or a fintech expert, so these are going to really gain a huge momentum in the market in the next 5 years. So maybe as Reddy sir mentioned, I was also speaking with Suresh sir, Dispels India. The institutions that offer the latest technologies is definitely going to help the students and take it to the next level. And the second thing is the life of the shelf life of the skill. In 2020, it was like 4 to 5 years if you learn a new skill. Now it has come down to 18 to 24 months. It may further come down because the rapid change of technology is happening. So the people have to learn new skills and develop. I'm also associated with one of these startups called Upskillize. The founder, Amit Agarwal, is here. He flew all the way from Mumbai to here. So they are offering fintech solutions, edtech, in the risk management. So these kind of technology-based solutions. Say pure law may not be good in the future. Law with technology, legal tech. These kind of roles are going to play a crucial role, and working towards that would definitely take the students to the next level. And what organizations can do, maybe 2 things. One is consider your employees as your strategic resource. Keep training them, upskilling them. And second, do job simulations. How the roles are going to be there in the next 5 years or 2 years, and then accordingly plan for the roles and also upskill the employees. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ramesh. I think you really kept with the time. Yes, being intelligent is what makes humans different from animals, and probably that's what we'll have to again, keep upholding. Given that we are running short of time, I will not get into the deep dive into any of the thematics because we have already spent enough time. But given that all of you are really, being so patient and kind, so I think I will take 2 questions maximum. So if any of you have any questions to any of the panelists, can we quickly have a raise of hands? Yes, please.
Because we are talking about AI, how quantum computer is going to take AI into a better space. Anybody could highlight on that?
I'll take one more question also, so that then we'll come to the response. Any more questions? Okay, you can get started, Ramesh, if you would like to.
Okay, sure. So I think one example Madam has given, AI is going to use lot of computing power, and it's going to consume lot of environment also. When it comes to quantum computing, the computing power would become 1,000 times, 10,000 times of it. So we can use more and more efficient models in the lesser consumption. So definitely that's going to, so that's why it is going to take it to the next level.
Thank you.
So the cost will come down, the cost will further come down, and then benefits will increase more.
Okay. One last question, if there's any. Yes, Shiv, please.
Okay, given that it's been established AI is changing everything and it keeps getting obsolete in an 18 to 24 month period, and we are talking about skilling for AI. So if it's rapidly changing so much, how are we preparing the students for anything? That is one part of it, and the second part of it is to do with cybersecurity. AI is currently thinking faster than human beings, right? So whatever we are teaching children today, the college students and the cybersecurity professionals, that's going to be obsolete in the next 6 months to 1 year. So how do you think we should be tackling these two things? So it's a two-part question. I'm sorry about that, but
Who would like to take it? Lakshmi and please.
Already I have mentioned it's an evaluation, how we can incorporate the change. I tell you, whatever the models are coming, right, 18 months or 24 months, it's not from the scratch, the first point. And it's all started from us only. All of us remember that we have 86 billion neurons in our brains. You can consider your LLM model as your brain, and the tools are your hands. Okay, so like it is how I am speaking based on the context, right? The coherence is most important. So the models, whatever we are developing, agentic, all it is the memory. Okay, it's an incorporations. So we are not deviated. It's like augmentation. So in that context, whatever that they are learning, it's a fundamental. On top of that, they have to have a habit of learning new skills. So that's what, if you don't want to learn, stay within academics. That's what, without doing the research. If you are dynamic, okay, if you don't like the static, if you're passionate, so definitely corporate platform is for you.
I think unlike like 10 years ago where you could learn something and continue with it for the next 5 years or 3 years, now it is like you learn today and you have to keep updating yourself more frequently compared to what you were doing something.
Absolutely.
I would say every 3 months.
Actually, machines are learning, machine learning. Why shouldn't we?
Okay, we will allow the panel.
That is why I said lateral learning. You leave your discipline and learn other disciplines.
I'll tell you 2 examples, sir. Okay. When you see automation of AI models and deployment, there is a tool called N8N. So that's a very famous model, very famous tool. Everybody started using it. And now OpenClaw came into picture couple of months ago. And then all of a sudden everybody started shifting to OpenClaw. And similarly deployment also, render is one of the tools people use. And now people are looking at Supabase. Okay. But people who used N8N or render, they find it very easy to switch to OpenClaw or Supabase. Right? So, whatever the new tools that are coming up are an advancement of the current tools, current technologies. So the best idea for students is go with the flow, learn the latest technologies and start implementing it. And whenever new technology comes, open to learn and excel. That's the best way to proceed in this market.
Okay. Thank you very much, panelists, for taking the questions. I know there must be more, but we can take it outside. But